Good morning, everyone. Now I am going to discuss lyrical poem in Sanskrit. What is poetry? Poetry is an art by means of words. Vishwanath in Sahitya Darpana defines poetry as Bhakkyam Rasatmakam Kavyam. Any composition which gives tasteful pleasure is called poetry. Rasatmakam. Rasas are of 9 types: Karuna, Bira, Rudra, Haisya, Bhayanaka, Bibotsa, Adbhuta, Sringara, and Shanta. So, the taste may be of love, may be sorrow, may be laughter, may be anger, etc. etc. According to Pandit Jagannatha, Ramaniyartha Pratipadaka Shabda Kavyam. The sentence which expresses beautiful meaning is called poetry. Now, categories of poetry. There are 3 main categories of poetry. First one is narrative, that is tell stories. Second one is dramatic, play written in verse, and the last one is lyric. Lyric encompasses a wide range of form and approaches. Lyric poetry has no prescribed form. It is a common or formal type of poetry which expresses personal emotions or feelings of the poet. In lyric, the personal emotion of the poet predominates. According to J.K. Craven, a lyric poem is short, highly musical verse that conveys powerful feeling. The poet may use rhyme, meter, or other literary devices to create a song like quality. Now, origin of lyric poetry. In ancient Greece and Rome, lyric poems were sung to the strums of a lyre. It's the word lyre which is derived from the Greek word lyrikos, means singing to the lyre or lute. So the word lyric is related to the word lyre, which denotes an instrument of music. Lyric poetry, therefore, in the original meaning of form, meant a literary piece which was composed to be sung to the accompaniment of lyre or lute. In Indian poetry, shows lyrical touch even from the earliest times. If we go back to the Vedic literature, we find the songs of Surya, songs of Parjanya, and above all the songs of Ushas, which are worthy of being valued. In Samaveda, we see the Samaganas. In the 2 great epics, Ramayana and the Mahabharata, we come across fine flashes of lyric elements in more places. Role of nature in lyric poets. In all Sanskrit lyric poems dealing with love, actually Sanskrit lyrics are love poems. Nature plays an important role. The intimate relation between nature and man has found so charming an expression in them that no other branch of literature has any parallel to it. The lotus and the lily, the kakoro, the chakravaka, and the chatakos are all inseparably connected with human life and love in its different phase. A lyrical poem is not confined to the theme of love and amorous feeling only. It includes secular, religious, gnomic, and deductive poems, and thus offer a variety of which is sufficient to prevent monotony. There are various types of lyric poems: lyric of nature, lyric of social sentiment, lyric of love, lyric of religious. Secular lyrics means non-religious subjects of no particular time. Gnomic, that means short poem, memorable sentiments of traditional wisdom and morality. And didactic lyric means a clear moral message, morals of philosophy, morals of religion, morals of arts, science, etc. Now, development of Sanskrit lyrics. Sanskrit possesses a highly rich lyrical literature. Our first great Sanskrit lyric poet is Mahakavi Kalidasa. His famous lyric poem is Meghaduto. Meghaduto is divided into two parts, Purbo Megho and Uttara Megho. The poet makes a cloud messenger of the message of love and admiration to the beloved of a banished Joksha through a curse. Here, human emotions and nature are blended very skillfully together by Kalidasa in this creation. The Ritu Sangharo is the second lyric poem of Kalidasa. It is a short poem in 6 cantos describing 6 seasons of the year. The Sringara Tiloko is another lyrical poem of Kalidasa. His 23 stanzas are very interesting and attractive pictures of life. Tradition makes Ghotakorporo a contemporary of Kalidasa. His Ghotakorporo Kaibyo, named after the poet, describes in 22 stanzas how a young wife in the beginning of the rain sends a cloud messenger to her absent husband. The next great monument of after Kalidasa is to be found in the Shatakos of Bhartrihari. He wrote 3 Shatakos, Niti Shatakam, Vairagya Shatakam, and Sringara Shatakam. Moiros Shudra Shataka is another lyrical poem in Sanskrit. Amaru Shataka is a lyrical poem in 100 stanzas describing the condition of women at different stages of love and life. The Kauro Panchashika or Bilhana Kaibyo is another lyrical poem. And it is the recollections of two sweet company. It is the lover's recollections of the sweet company of his beloved. In the 12th century, we have famous lyrical poem Gita Govindo by Jayadevo. It is a religious erotic poem describing the well-known love incident of between Radha and Krishna. Though he, a contemporary of Jayadeva, reached the court of the king Lakshmana, his poem named Pavana Duto is written an imitation of Meghaduto. Utpala Deva's Trutrupati was written about 925. It consists of a series of 20 short hymns in honor of Shiva. In the 11th century, Lilashuka or Billamangala produced his Krishna Karanamrita or Krishna Lilamrita in 110 stanzas in honor of Krishna, a poem which has been very popular in India. Chandi Shatak of Bano, a collection of 102 stanzas chiefly in Sravdhara meter in honor of Shiva's consort, that is Parvati, in special of her feat in slaying the demon Mohisha. There are two Prakrit lyrical poems are there. One is Gatha Saptashati of Holo, and another is Aja Saptashati by poet Rupardana. That's all.